load up a huge bucket for you?
Well, I don't know what to say, but this is annoying, you know. The fact is that we live in an era where millions of people sit glued to their screens for hours just to watch strangers devote mountains of food on camera. We've normalized this, but if we pause for a moment and really think, the mukbang trend is one of the strangest, emptiest, and honestly saddest phenomena on the internet. It isn't just harmless entertainment, it's a mirror reflecting something broken in the way we connect as a human beings. So this mukbang trend became popular in South Korea around 2010s, and there are deep cultural reasons behind it. In Korea, because many people live alone, especially in big cities like Seoul, they work long hours, they come home late, and they just end up eating alone in their apartments. So they began watching other people eat through live streams while they ate their own meals. It felt like eating with a friend, even if only through a screen. At first, mukbang had a sincere purpose, but it wasn't about massive portions, but about providing companionship for lonely people, sharing a meal that isn't meant to be eaten alone. And that was actually beautiful in its own way. But then, like many things on the internet, mukbang spread beyond Korea and went global. And that's when everything begins to change. Once platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok took over, mukbang transferred from eating together into who can eat the most, the fastest, and the most extremely. Portions got bigger and the reaction got more exaggerated, where it leads to more clickbait driven. What was once about human connection become about shock value and views. What's left is just an empty shell of what once had meaning. In psychology, this is called audacity capture, a phenomenon where an influencer becomes a captive of their own audience, endlessly repeating what viewers want for money or clicks, pushing them toward increasingly extreme behavior. Look at the real case of Nicholas Perry, known as Nicocado Avocado. He started as a healthy vegan felonist, but the mukbang trap led him into extreme obesity and mental health issues due to consistently binge eating on camera. Can you imagine that? This trend even brings people into death, like Peng Xiongting, a young Chinese influencer who died last summer due to binge eating during a live stream. There was also an influencer from the Philippines. He died around the same time from health complications triggered by extreme binge eating behavior. But we cannot just blame the creators, because we, the viewers, are the fuel for this machine. This part might feel uncomfortable for all of us. Why do we watch? Psychologically, many viewers use mukbang as a form of compensatory internet use, a way to fulfill real-world needs through online activities. Look at the real comments I found on those videos. Bro, I'm craving this right now. I wish I had a Dave's hot chicken. Bro, my mouth always waters watching this. Damn, I wish I could have a bite. All I do on this app is starve. Sometimes I get mad at mukbangers for having what I can't. I felt sick after you ate 3 cookies in one bite. My stomach is jealous, but she could never. I'm watching this because I'm fasting. I hate Anna. Ooh, I just know those cookies slap. The sound when you bit into them. I hate dating. Like what? What is the world we are living in? Do you see what's happening here? These aren't just bored people looking for light entertainment. These are people who are literally hungry and they can't afford it. People are struggling financially. They can't buy the food they want. Maybe not even the food they need. Yet they spend their time watching others devour meals they'll never taste. And they comment as if this is funny, as if this is just some quicker habit we all have. It's sad. It's very, very sad. This is digital self-torture. Imagine you are hungry, you have no money, and instead of closing the app or doing something to improve your situation, you sit there watching someone else waste food for views. You let yourself suffer. You feed the algorithm with your engagement while your own stomach is empty. Every click, every comment, every minute you watch, all of it tells the system to create more of this content, more oversized portions, more waste, more content designed to make you feel worse about your own life. Research shows that problematic mukbang viewing is associated with disordered eating and internet addiction. A recent study found that each 1 unit increase in a mukbang addiction score led to higher disordered eating attitudes. We think we are keeping ourselves company through digital commensality, digitally eating together, but for many people, it becomes an escape from real-life stress and ends up worsening their real-world relationship with food. When financially struggling, people watch wealthy influencers destroy their bodies with expensive food. What we are witnessing is a tragic human circus, and the algorithm is where the real villain appears. The algorithm doesn't care if mukbang helps or harms your mental health. It doesn't care if the creator is burning out or if the viewers are wasting their lives. It only cares about one thing. Does this keep you on the app? Mukbang is the perfect trap. Why? Because this content triggers primal human reactions. Hunger, curiosity, and exact things that make your thumb stop scrolling. Digital experts say algorithms constantly test our psychology and adapt to keep us online. If you show vulnerability, the algorithm recognizes it and exploits it. Creators see what works and they make more of it. No one is truly happy here. Creators fall into audience capture, viewers fall into addiction. This is why mukbang culture hits us on a deeper level. It's a symptom of something broken in how we relate to food, others, and ourselves. Think about those comments. Picture people who are genuinely hungry and financially struggling, yet spending their time watching others waste food for engagement. Listen, I'm not saying mukbang is evil. I'm not saying every creator is selling themselves or that every viewer is false. But I'm saying this, the culture surrounding it feels hollow. It's built on emptiness pretending to be satisfaction. When hungry people watch massive food waste, it's a normal crisis. Maybe it's time to take a step back. Ask yourself why you watch. Are you hungry? Then eat real food. Because the mukbang trap doesn't feed anyone. This content only keeps us distracted while our time, attention, and humanity are slowly devoured by algorithms